Good Moogly morning, evening, time zone, wherever the bloody hell you are. We are going to have some fun times talking about Final Fantasy. I am one of your hosts, Paul, and with me, obviously, my co-host, Chile. How are we doing today, Chile? I don't know why I
I'm
said
not
Chile.
bad, thank you. I'm not bad. I am not bad at all, thank you. Well, I'll accept it, sure, why not? Hi, it's me, Chile.
Chile.
Well, I mean, you know that my chili came from the fact that people kept calling me Chilla Beer instead of my actual surname, and then it just became Chili. So that's where chili came from. It's because people kept calling me Chilla Beer, which is funny,
Chile.
being the fact that I don't drink alcohol. So
that is actually funny. Yeah. To be fair, like my second name's Marsh, and it's like I don't live in a marshland, so.
That's fair. But to be fair, I do also. Anytime anyone's asked me how do you spell your second name, I'm like, just how do you spell the word beer? There you go, you're done.
You should know how to spell the word beer.
I'm a beer hall. There you go. That's the easiest way to remember me.
Beer hall. Simple ones, simple.
Yeah.
I was not expecting a Moogle Go Round lore dump to start the show.
Well, it's Moogle Ground. Never expect anything, ever. But joining us, he's a wonderful content creator that sings a lot of shanties, and he streams off. He streamed just often on Twitch, but took a little bit break due to real life stuff. But we've able to wrangle him onto our ship. We've got Shantymangaming.
Hello.
That's the respiratory system.
Term? I don't know. How are you doing today, Shantyman?
I am doing pretty well. I'm happy to be here. Like we were discussing in the pre-show, this has been a long time that we just haven't been able to work out schedule kinks. So excited to finally be on your show.
Maybe we'll. I know he's not said he won't, but maybe we'll try and get him to sing at least a tiny verse of a sea shanty, Kane. Even if it's like two lyrics, we'll try our best. Okay, we will try. We're not going to try very hard, but we'll try.
I mean, how he's coughing, I don't think. I think you're getting over. Oh, well, fucking Tifa, fuck off from my timeline.
By the way, I know it's not Tifa, but I was like, yesterday, I was like, man, I can't wait till all the fantasy stuff I've got to show, I can show, because I'm keeping a lot of it hidden, because I'll be streaming Rebirth next week, and I've got a load of stuff being done for it. And I'm like, what if I just change the Discord logo into the new logo I have? I wonder if anyone will notice it. And then as soon as I posted it, Paul was like, did you change the logo? I'm like, yes. And I wasn't expecting anyone to notice, like, if I'm completely honest. Like, I'm very bad at noticing it. I'm very bad at noticing
it threw off my whole Discord feng shui.
To be fair, same, because I have quite a lot of Discords. I'm in a lot of Discords, but the ones I use a lot. I kind of scrolled all the way down to the bottom because I just leave it there. Like my raid Discord, MGR, my friend Discord, and my other friend Discord. Those are the ones I use quite a lot. I think I've got Discord there and a Whiskey Discord there. But it's like I saw it. I'm like, huh, it changed. And I was like, and Chili hasn't put anything in Discord about it. Like, this is like a big thing, logo changes are big. So I had to go message him. And he's like, yeah, don't do it yet. I was like, okay. I was mid typing oh, look at this, at everyone. Yeah, look at the new logo. I should really ask, because he may have done that by accident just to see how it looks.
No, I'm like, no, I'm just going to do it, just to see if anyone responds. Like, it's a new logo. I'm just going to sleek it in. Look, I know everyone does a big deal about it. I just I just wanted to see what would happen if we don't make a big deal out of it. It's a big deal. It's really nice. Thank you again to Lloyd FFXIV for doing this new logo. We've got a lot of positive messages about it. A lot of people on Twitter liked it. A lot of people in the Discord liked it. So, yeah, big shout out to Lloyd for making this new logo. And sorry for Paul for not telling him that I was doing it.
It looks very sharp. I'm a big fan of the new logo.
I'm a big fan of it too. I like
Thank you. And then once we got some more money, we're going to get a new banner made. So until then, we've got the old banner. But thank you, Vicky, for the 17-month sub. That money will go to a new banner.
New banner.
Yeah, new banner. So thank you.
Yeah, by the way, guys, we've actually done quite well, other than seeing Tifa on my fucking timeline. Go away. That's going to be a running joke of this entire thing. But we actually did quite well this year so far. Because 1, new logo. 2, new emote. We've done well so far.
Yeah, we've got new emotes, we've got animated emotes, we've got logos, we've got layouts, we've got stuff. It's all great.
It's all great. And now we can just chill until the end of the year now. Until next year.
No, because I realised... we've got a load of new followers as well. Thank you all for following us. We're at 1,140. Fingers crossed that we stay at that. But, that's still good. Thank you again to everyone that's given us a follow. It's been a good start of the year. And, Paul, did you know... do you know what August is? Do you know what August is, Paul? Apart from a month.
See, everyone, there's a month or so.
August will be when we have episode 200 of Moogle Go Round. Episode 200 will be August.
Not really.
So we're gonna have to start planning stuff for episode 200.
As long as it's not in September, I'm happy. So yeah, October's great. August, sorry. August. I was gonna say, if we're on track for episodes, it should be August 22nd. If we're on track, if we have missed no episodes from now in August, it should be August 22nd. So, in case anyone wants to know when it will drop, hopefully we'll drop.
Hopefully, Final Fantasy gives you enough content to keep producing episodes.
Oh well, we can make up. That we don't.
There's
need
content now. Is there? Question mark.
We can just make poop up anytime we want. It's fine.
We make shit up as we go along.
we just rambled for 20 minutes, and we haven't even talked about Final Fantasy or anything. 10 minutes, sorry, but still.
Actually, it's 15 minutes.
Oh, great. Yeah, we can always go back to Nando's. There's always Nando's.
Exactly. We can always go back to Nando's.
But no, talking about stuff that's coming back, the Final Fantasy 15 event is coming back next week into Final Fantasy 14. So if you haven't got your car mount before, or the outfit, or the hairstyle, or the music, you'll have the chance to be able to get them. Just remember, the car, I think, costs 200k MGP. So best to do your fashion report this weekend, and that will help you get towards it. The cost of I think it's 200 200k
MGP, yes.
Yeah, for the car.
Or alternatively, work on your Mog tomes and get your platinum vouchers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, platinum vouchers, or just do some chocobo racing. Chocobo racing, do your dailies, you're fine.
And you probably have quite a bit of, if you did the Fall Guys event, though, you'll probably have a bit of MGP from that.
Oh, yeah, I've got tons.
So, yeah,
I've got absolutely tons. But I don't need the mount, because I was here when the mount first came in, so.
Nice. Shantyman, will you be going after the mount, or do you have the mount?
Oh, I'll be going after it. I was taking my time in sub-level 50 the last time the event was around, so I didn't really have a chance to get to it.
Yeah. God, I feel so old when I sit there and think about Final Fantasy. I'm like,
You feel old. Hi.
Well, yeah, you've been playing Final Fantasy since 1.0. Technically, you were a 1.0 character, but then you stopped and then came back, stuff like that. But I started in 2.0. It's been around about 10 years of me sitting here playing Final Fantasy 14. To be fair, me playing League of Legends is longer. That's like coming up for 15 years. So, I mean, I feel old. In the sense of like the gaming, I do feel old. So I was around for the 13 event. I've been around for a lot of different events. Man, I don't like being old. No. Send me back. Send me back when I just started the game.
No, because there's been so many different changes since the game started. I don't want to go back.
Yeah, don't bring me back to the TP days. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah.
Bring me back to the bow mage and the gun mage days, please. Take me back.
Dr. Lister says, I want the Shanto 211 event back. I want it back too, but we'll never get it back. Which sucks. It really does, because it was a cool event, but like it was Shantoto walking around murdering everyone in Fates, and you had to fight Shantoto. And then once you did the event, you got the minion. But it'll never come back because the minion is sold. It's same with the Pharmacy 13 event, because remember, there was an event with Lightning back in the day that you could do, because Lightning appeared, right? And then did some stuff. So yeah, there's some events that we'll never get again because of the Mog Station. Everyone ramble and anger at the Mog Station for a little bit.
Fuck you, Mog Station. Not allowed to gift my friends, and I can't get gold to do giveaways.
Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry.
I hate that too.
I used to buy codes. Like, I used to buy like small things like minions and stuff like that when they're on sale, and then just randomly jump into people's Twitches and drop the codes. Like, just randomly in Twitch chats. I miss doing that. I miss being able to just randomly drop minion codes. Like, the streamers didn't even know why I was doing it. I'd just turn up, drop codes, and disappear. I wish... you remember, because I used to do it in She Heals I Tank, right? Remember, Shanty?
Did we die?
Have we lost you?
No. I was just trying to think. I don't think they were active by the time I really started playing.
No. By the way, I've heard that they've been streaming on the Friday occasionally now, so I'm going to try and catch them again.
Yeah, playing the good old game of Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate. But obviously, thinking of Final Fantasy 14, we're going to come back to it because we're not talking about anything new that's happened in Final Fantasy 14. We're going back because we have a returner here. Shantyman, you are someone that got me into playing ESO.
That's accurate, yes.
And I will be going back for their new one because too. It's good. But you got me addicted to that, and now you've just came back to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, back in December, but yeah, I did recently just come back. Excuse me. I played a little bit with some friends on Sagittarius back last June or so. And then I just started focusing on mount collecting in WoW, and that took on its own life. And 6 months later, I just went, I'm a little burnt out on this. Let me log into Final Fantasy, see if the feeling is there. And it was, and I've pretty much logged in daily since then. But yeah, in terms of why I've come back now, I know the timing seems odd. It's a down point in the patch cycle. Nothing's going on except all these events seem to keep coming. So I can't complain about the pace of the events at the moment. But yeah, I was just kind of burnt out on doing dailies in Ice Crown Citadel for mounts at this point. So I said, yeah, Final Fantasy.
I get that. I stopped playing WoW. Well, sorry, I was playing WoW, and I've stopped playing WoW because I've done everything in WoW. Not everything to a collection standpoint. Like, I'm not a mount collector. I'm not a pet collector. I'm a barely transmog collector. But I did the raids. I did it at a stealable standard. I got my curve, and I was like, yeah, no, that's pretty much me done. And I just started off back to where I came from. but no, I've been seeing you you tweeted out like a bunch of your little mount farms here and there. I think I saw you in the WoW Nightcap Discord.
Yeah, over the course of last year, I got the 1200 pet achievement, the 1400 pet achievement. And then from July to October, I got a mount collecting achievement each month. And that's 50 mounts a month I was averaging at that point.
Nice. Congrats, by the way. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of mounts. Congratulations. I'm still happy I got that rare mount when I tried WoW. Like, I don't know what it was exactly. But I did, I tried... What's that thing when you time walk in? I think it's called, right? Where you do
don't tell me you got the Infinite Time Reaver. I know so many people still trying for that one.
I got a dragon thing that was rare, supposedly. Like a dragon drop.
Yeah, it sounds like you got the Time Reaver.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it once and I got it, and I'm like, this is cool, right? What is this? And the guild chat, and
you,
FC. They're like, what? I'm like, what's this? It's cool.
And you got kicked in, blocked in.
So yeah, no, I played it and I beat.
I know people that have like 10 to 15,000 attempts on that from doing time walking every time it comes up.
Well, I got it. I did it twice, and I got it. I didn't know what it was. To be honest, I wasn't even sure what time walking was at the time either. I think I was just following flares at the time.
He just logged on. He was like, "Yeah, like, so what are we doing, guys?" It was like,
I thought I had good luck.
Well, is it good luck when you don't know what it is, what you got?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good luck.
It's still procking the RNG.
It's still got procced. It's still won.
So yeah, that character. But yeah, I beat. I did Shadowlands and I beat the based expansion and I beat the first raid, which I was proud of. I did it on controller, and I do want to. I do want to try the new expansion when it comes out, as I've said multiple times on the podcast. But I'm going to wait to see when it releases and wait till Dawn Trail releases and see.
Yeah, this summer is going to be hectic if you're a multi-MMO player like I am, because ESO, that's going to be June. That's every year. It's June. Mm-hmm. And then both War Within for World of Warcraft and Dawn Trail are both releasing in summer time frames. So in theory, all three could drop in June, and then I don't know I don't know how I'd prioritize.
I mean, I know for Paul at least Paul has the month before raid this time, so he could technically prioritize some of the games other than 14, but he won't because we're going to do it together, and I'm going to shake my fist at boys.
And also, it's like I do have like many ults as well that I have to get through. Obviously, the new content that does come out for Final Fantasy 14 and get them geared. Now I have a month to do that. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to rush.
Well, more than a month, right? Because it's a month until the raid drops.
And then the extra 2 weeks to Savage, right?
Yeah, it'll be 6
weeks.
I
think they didn't say that. I think they're dropping.
They won't
when it comes out Savage straight away.
They won't do that because they want people to experience the story of normal, right? So they'll probably wait at least a week between normal and Savage. I don't know if it'd be 2 weeks. Gwen says it took me 3 years till the Raven Lord dropped and then the server crashed. It might not have been the Raven Lord mount. I don't know what it was I got. It was just like a cool looking dragon thing.
Do not start me on that particular mount. So I've had exceptional luck with like the weekly mounts, like your Invincibles, your Ashes of Alars, even the Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent. All of those I got less than 100 attempts. The Raven Lord, which is a daily lockout, nearly 600 attempts on that one. So that particular mount is a sore spot for me.
And then there's me with the extreme trial mounts where some of them I've got like over 90. And then like I've got to like 90 and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start passing. I'd rather just get to 99 and let someone else not go through the trauma of having to do 91 runs of a mount. I'd rather just do the last 9 and let someone else not have to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably do the same if I hit like 85 or more runs. It's just like, I'm not even going to roll anymore. Whoever else needs it, go ahead.
Yeah, just take it. You beat me, video game. Man, some of these are words, and I'm not sure what these words are. Okay, let's say what these words are. And we farmed Zol Grub, I hope I said that right, every 3 days, and I never got the raptor nor the tiger, and my mate went in there as DK, which is
Death Knight.
Death Knight. I could say it's not Dark Knight, and it's definitely, I was going to say Dirge Knight, but I don't think that's a thing in anything.
Dirge Knight.
Solid at the time. We still needed 2 people and both dropped. Still, congratulations on the drops. I hope you're Dirge Knights. Dirge your Cerberus. So, yeah. What do you mean? I thought you said and both dropped. It said both dropped at the end.
Yeah, for his mate, not for him.
Oh, not for him. Oh, that sucks. Well, congratulations to your mate, I guess.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, I didn't get any amount, and then they closed the raid. Oh, that's why would they wait? They closed raids.
It was a very particular circumstance. Like they didn't want people going back, and this is like a early WoW developer kind of mind frame. They didn't want to dilute the prestige of the mounts, so like in this case they closed that raid entirely. They converted it into a dungeon, and then they put 2 separate mounts in there. And then on top of that, like there's people that are still sore to this day that they removed the 2 mounts you could farm from Wrath of the Lich King version of Naxxramas. You can't, if you get all the meta achievements done, usually there's a mount associated with that for every raid in WoW, right? And they completely locked that off. Like you can't not get those mounts, except I think they might be available through the black market auction house. But the way you would typically go back and earn it, you can't do that.
I don't like that. I know they want to have it so that the mounts are still rare, but come on, once mounts are old enough, just let people have them. Just
yeah, and for the most part, they do that, which is why the 600 attempts on that Ravenlord mount, that was one that came out in Burning Crusade back in 2007 or so. But yeah, it was a very peculiar time, and they haven't done that since because they received a lot of backlash for it.
The only game I played back then was 11, and Fantasy 11 didn't have mounts because of PS2 limits. Literally, they had to say that they couldn't put mounts because they couldn't get working on the PlayStation 2. So that's why 11 didn't get mounts until like 5 years ago, I think. PS2 limits. So, but yeah, no, you've come back to 14. Why now? Why did you decide? Why was now the time? You think?
Like I said earlier, I was just getting a little burnt out on the mount farming in WoW, and 14 just appealed at the moment, and it's something that's just kind of stuck. Like since the ABK scandal, I've kind of hopped between ESO 14 and back to WoW once they kind of cleaned house a little on the developer side. And
now you get like a returner bonus as a Fantasy 14 player, where you get to, I think you can rejoin the novice network.
I disabled that.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like them to include into 14 to like reward you for coming back to the game? Is there any like bonuses you would think that would be a good idea for them to implement?
I mean, typically they already kind of offer it when they try to get players back with like the 4 days free game time, that kind of stuff. Outside of that, I don't know that there's really anything that really does appeal to a returning player, because a lot of times you don't remember what you were doing, right? Yeah. So you don't know if something's actually a decent reward for coming back.
The only thing I'm thinking of is like, this is just as we're talking right now, I'm having a thought. If you make a character on a new server, you get like the leveling buff. I think it's up to like, is it like 80 now or whatever? You get like... Yeah,
the road to 80, but that's just preferred worlds in general. That's not even just for returning players.
Yeah. But would it be cool if they added like a return to player buff, where maybe the person that returns will get like an XP bonus, and maybe... I know it might sound like overpower, like a bit too much for some people, because it'd be interesting.
I wouldn't have complained.
Give them like them an XP buff for a certain amount of hours after they come back, and maybe a tome buff for those that are already max level. Like you get a little bit of extra tomes per run from dungeons to help you catch up. Like I'm not talking like the weekly tome, but like the unlimited, the uncapped tome.
Right. I don't think that would be a bad idea personally, but I'm not a developer. I don't know how much extra work that would actually have to cause. So,
I mean, I'm not a developer, but surely you could. The only way I can think, because you already have the returner buff. You already have the returner icon, right? So that means you already have like a returner status. So could they just tie in the XP bonus to the returner status effect?
Yeah, I mean,
again, I'm not a developer,
work, I suppose.
But that's. I'm not a developer, but that's how I think it might work. Gwen says, but ain't you playing 14 for the story anyway? Thoughts on this?
Yes and no. For the typical returning player, that is what they're looking at. They're catching up on the story before, a new expansion comes out, when a new patch drops and they reactivate their sub or whatever. In my case, I tend to go overboard with my MMOs a little bit. Like I said, last year I hit ridiculous amounts of mounts and pets and all that stuff in WoW. I've started on grinds that I know are going to take me like 7 years, like doing the 5,000 of each type of leave quest and the 500 Grand Company leave quest for each Grand Company and stuff like that. I told Paul in his chat that one of my goals for Dawn Trail is actually to go around and collect every relic weapon. So in my case, I'm not a typical returner in that way.
I mean,
Goran says between you get a return icon also when you visit an alt and another server. Yeah, that is true. If you because I logged into my EU account to join Mioni for his Eureka from the start. Yeah, and I got return a buff from that. So yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like coming to this game, there is so much more content you can do instead of just doing story. Like just think, crafters, story, gatherers don't need story, relics you can get. I'd like to do an old relic at some point, but I'm fucking lazy. And for the classes I'm playing, like the only one I think is like White Mage I could do. But are you going for like every single relic?
Yes, but like I said, that's by the end of Dawn Trail, not by the end of RBs. They're just hours.
That was a bit laggy.
I'll be honest, that was laggy. I'll be honest, I would say that if you're going for the Endwalker relics, just wait until Dawn Trail, because there's a huge chance that the Endwalker relics are just going to be tomes. Yeah, poetics. It's going to be so easy. Anyway, what you were saying there, because you broke up a lot. Sorry.
I'm not a typical returner because I look at these achievements and these grinds that I can do, and I go for those, not just solely the story. Like I was saying, like the leave quests, the 5,000 of every one of those, every type of those, and the 5,000 items for this level bracket and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually planning to do all that kind of stuff too.
So like the trophies on PlayStation where you got to get 8,000 crafted. I think it's 8,000 crafted and 5,000 gathered collectibles to get the platinum, which one day I'll work on eventually, maybe, probably, hopefully. That's the only trophies I'm missing is those two, really. So from the platinum. Well, I'm missing other trophies, but the other trophies don't count towards the platinum. So
we
yeah.
don't have those on PC.
Well, I guess you'd have Steam achievements, right? If you had the Steam version.
Well, there's also the in-game achievements tab.
Yeah,
so
there's in-game. Which I was expecting more stuff with how when they changed our achievements list, I thought there was going to be some more stuff that they added, like dailies and stuff like that from the way it looks, but no, they just kind of changed the way they designed it.
There are no Steam achievements. We do not have Steam achievements.
Really? That's weird.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's strange. Like, because there's PS3 trophies, PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, I think it's because it's on the PC. It's just limited to the in-game ones.
Yeah. Because PlayStation has both the in-game and the trophies. I'm going to guess that Xbox will also have access to the Xbox achievements with the paid twice to play our game version.
Oh, that is such a bad model.
So bad. It is so
like
bad.
You could have had a huge influx of new players on, Dynamis and all these other new worlds you just created, anticipating, influx of players because you're going to be launching Xbox, and then you want to charge them double. It's kind of rough. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of respect for Square Enix because of that. Because it's like, you didn't do that with PlayStation. Kind of should have kept to your kind of like moral bit there. But instead, now if you want to play it on Xbox, you have to was it like gold membership or some shit like that? I can't remember.
Oh no, gold is gone. Okay, this is what's confusing about Xbox, in my opinion. And yeah, I also blame Xbox. It's not.
I'm on the side of blaming Microsoft for that, not necessarily Square.
You need Game Pass Core, which will give you online access. So you need Game Pass Core. But remember, Game Pass Core doesn't actually give you Game Pass, so you won't actually have access to the Game Pass games. So if you want Game Pass games, you need Game Pass, which means you'll have to have Ultimate Game Pass if you want to have Game Pass and Game Pass Core. So you have to spend $12.99 a month, or I think $15 a month, if you want access to the game plus access to Game Pass stuff. So,
and then an extra, like I think, like the standard, so you can have like multiple characters on multiple servers.
Yeah,
is
it's $8.99.
$14.
Yeah,
it's $14, and then and now you're spending a month roughly about $30.
Yeah, we'll just say $30.
Yeah, I'll just round it up to make it my life easier.
Yeah.
To actually do the actual calculation. So you're spending that to, you get your Xbox games and all that, but if you're mainly doing it to play Final Fantasy, I really see it worth it. I really don't.
Also, remember that if you are playing it, please do not use your current official Square Enix account because it might screw up. Make sure you make a separate Square Enix account and a separate Xbox account, because if you use the current Xbox account, it'll cause issues. You're going to have to make a new Xbox account if you want to try the free trial during the free trial period. If you don't, then
the
you can... Yeah, the beta that's going on right now. Because if you try, if you link up your account to the beta, if you already have the game on your account and you try to link up to the beta, it can cause the Xbox to not be able to play the game. So you have to make a new Square Enix account. You have to make a new Square Enix account and make a new Microsoft account if you want to try the beta. And then once the beta is over,
that is ridiculous.
Once the beta is over, then you can use your current Xbox account and link it to your Square Enix account, and then you can purchase the game again. Which, by the way, should give you 30 days for free for purchasing an Xbox version of the game. I also remember that if you do play it online, you do have to do a few things before you can actually play the video game. Because it's not just like PC or PlayStation. You can't just be like, man, I sure do want to play me some Final Fantasy 14. Oh, I've downloaded the Final Fantasy 14. Man, I sure do want to play. No, you can't just do that. To play Final Fantasy 14 on your Xbox, you have to go to settings, account, privacy and online settings, account privacy, view details and customization, communications and multiplayer. And then you've got to go to, you can join multiplayer games, which you've got to set that to allow. You can join cross-network play, that you've got to set that to allow. Others can communicate with voice, text, or invites. You've got to set that to everybody. You communicate outside of Xbox with voice and text. You've got to set that to everybody. And then you've got to confirm that. And then you also got to set, you can see and upload communications set to everybody. Once you have done that, then you'll have the ability to play Final Fantasy 14 on your Xbox. Because by default,
Microsoft... my firstborn.
Because by default, Microsoft...
Is there a flowchart for this somewhere? Because, my God.
Yeah, it's all on their website on the Lodestone. So it's all because Microsoft by default disables cross chat and cross text with other platforms, because one of the reasons why Final Fantasy 14 didn't go to Xbox for a while was because they literally said they didn't want to see PlayStation chat on the Xbox. That was one of the reasons why they didn't. So they had to add all these settings so that when crossplay was happening, they had to, so they could allow it. So yeah, it's on the Lodestone if you want to have a look.
Christ.
So yeah, you have to do all that, and then once you've done that, then you can go to the Microsoft Store and download Fantasy 14 and play it.
Oh, so you have to do this before?
Yeah, you have to do this first. Sorry. Yeah, you have to do this before you download. Well, you could probably still download it, but you could probably download it first, to be honest. But it won't work without this. So
that is still pretty annoying. Like low-key, pretty annoying.
Like,
I don't feel like I would have. I don't think I'd feel great having to like. Say I put it on download. Say I've got shit internet, and I put it on download. When I say I go to work, I come back and I'm sitting there and I wanted to play like straight away. So I get me Xbox. I'm like, oh, it's download. It's not allowing me. Will it tell me? Will it fucking tell me like, oh, you have to do this? This is. It probably won't. It will say no. Sorry.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does.
It does not work. How the fuck am I going to know what to do? At the end of the day, I'm going to sit there and go, I can't be fucking arsed. I'm going to go play like Gears of War or something, or go play some COD. Like.
They'd have to release a new Gears of War for you to do that. I feel
or like watch like anime or something. Like why does Xbox have to be so fucking difficult?
I don't know, but this is why I'm glad I'm on PC.
Same. This is why. At least it was pretty simple for PlayStation.
Yeah, for PlayStation it was it's on the store. I download it, and then the only hassle was signing up to the Square Enix account system, but that is an issue with any platform. That site just sucks.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the 11 download, which was that was a journey.
I mean, yeah, that's 11 download now. Is like, yeah, 11 down. At least you got the cool music that comes with 11. Like, at least you get that, right? You get that cool music.
You get that. That's it.
I hear that haunts my dreams forever. Like, I hear that music and I'm sat in the corner crying in the shower. Like, no, please, music, go away. Do, 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 do. I can hear the music in my head now just talking about it.
But no, I do think it's stupid. I do think it, like, Xbox have a thing where it's like they want your money to play their shit. I don't even know, because my sister loves her Xbox, and I don't think can you actually like watch stuff? You can watch like YouTube and Netflix online.
You can now. You can now, but it used to actually be locked behind gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
No. Well, at least now that's changed.
You used to have to pay for Xbox Live Gold to watch Netflix or Crunchyroll or anything like that.
Yikes. Big yikes.
Didn't that change like, what was it, 2 years ago now? I don't know. I know it was not that long ago that it changed the policy. Like,
yeah, it's relatively recently in terms of the life cycle of Xboxes and all that.
Because you also had to pay for like Warframe and Fortnite and all that lot to play online, because you needed an online sub to play the free-to-play games.
Yeah.
I
don't think this is what Xbox don't get. Like, free-to-play games. Free. I know Microsoft doesn't get that because they don't do anything for fucking free. Well, besides update your fucking PC and break everything. They do that for free.
I'm going to walk away with this, but you know what they do for free is give PlayStation games the games, and I'm going to walk away. Sorry. Oh, that's too soon, right? I'm sorry, Xbox fans. That's too soon.
Too soon.
Nah, I mean, it was part of what they needed to do in order to acquire Activision Blizzard, so it was going to happen.
Still, it's too soon. It only just happened. I know some people are having meltdowns over it.
He said that was such like the sigh, like, yeah, let's have a meltdown.
Yeah, the cross-section of meltdowns I've been seeing on Twitter the past couple of days has been interesting, to say the least.
I mean, I wish I could see them now, but all I've got is fucking Tifa on my fucking timeline. It's like the 12th one.
I'd rather see that.
For Final Fantasy content.
I mean, it's technically Final Fantasy content. It's Tifa in the swimsuit.
Final Fantasy 7.
Like, I'm happy that
likes Final Fantasy 7.
Oh. And then there's also Tifa, Ben Starr dressed as Tifa. I like that picture. That's a good one.
That was great. That was a great one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, big shout out to Ben Starr. Wonderful voice actor in person. The voice of Clive from Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, Ben Starr is a joy. Oh. If only we could get him in. If only we could get Ben Starr into Moogle. I don't know what we'd talk about. We'd just be sat here in pools of puddles the entire hour of him on. But yeah.
Yeah, we know we're the podcast host, but we're kind of starstruck. Can you kind of carry this today?
Yeah, can you host this for us, please? So we'll talk about Return to stuff, right? At some point.
Yes, we'll talk about Return to stuff. Returning to Final Fantasy, even though technically, could I say I'm returning? Well, actually, no, I'm restarting Final Fantasy. So I have a character on NA called Lomble Moogle who has retiring their boob ways. They are retiring away. They are going into they are going to live their life in the most RP way possible. And I've now started again because fuck it, why not? Mainly because I got friends playing another server and I couldn't be asked to switch servers. I just wanted to join their FC because Boob doesn't have an FC. Boob is lonely. Boob's fucked off. So far, all it does is just raid and that's it. That's all it does. So now I'm starting again. Fun. But yeah, where are you in the MSQ, Shanty? Where are you currently?
On NA, I'm currently at about level 81, 82 in Endwalker. On EU, I am just about to go to Holminster Switch.
Nice.
So I've experienced Tesleen twice at this point.
Poor Tesleen. She did not deserve that.
No, she didn't.
They always do so say the kind ones always get the... So what was you going to say, Chili?
I was going to say, that was so gruesome compared to so many other deaths in this game. Like,
well, I mean, that one wasn't just a death. There was body horror, and then we went and killed her.
Yeah. Like, I don't think anything is ever compared to that scene, ever, really.
That scene, fuck. Yeah. And coming from a guy that loves, like, horror and shit, that was fuck. That was...
Apparently, Yoshi P wanted it more graphic, but they couldn't because they were rating board.
Yeah, but I mean, it's graphic enough as it is, but...
Gwen
body
says,
horror
if you're
is just,
still on Sagittarius and need a tank or something, scream in Discord and come help. And we can also help. I am on Aether, but I can jump over. So that's the beauty of data center travel. It's so nice.
Yes, it is. I will say that is a big plus in relation to when I was last playing.
Unfortunately, going from EU to NA will never happen.
I mean, they've tested to see if it works, but it's more the fact that there's so many different, what's the right word, communities? Like, they're worried that because of how NA plays and how EU plays and how the Japanese player base plays, that if they did do a region 3 data center travel, there'd be so many Sagittarius EU. Okay. I don't think I've got an EU, but still.
You see, I'm actually on Sargatanis on Aether on my NA account, on my NA character.
That's where I'm starting again. That's where I am, the pool bun on Sergeant Tannis. That's because my friends are on there, and I may have bought them sub, and now they've been addicted to it.
Yeah, big shout out to your friend Joy Blue, I think it was, who has bought the game and bought stuff from the Mog Station already.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, he bought the Shadow Wolf mount. Where he bought the street clothes and the new, what's it called? No, sorry, the old Valentine outfit. And I was like, he has a laptop that can barely run the game. So I was like, okay, so why is he still playing? So why did he buy anything? Why did he just wait for his PC? Because he is obviously he's getting a new PC soon. I think it's like next month he gets it. So that's pretty cool. But he is an Xbox user, so I'm happy he's got it on PC and not Xbox. Probably saved him a lot of money, even though he just spent it on the Mog Station. So, but yeah, I've also got my friend Rinny who did the art that I use right now. I bought her sub so her and her husband can play, and they have been addicted. I have seen her husband on making money as a crafter, and I've seen her on leveling. So it's been quite. I feel like I've done my my Final Fantasy content creator bit. Job's done. Don't have to do anything no more.
Go us. Well, go Paul at least. I was here.
I was here.
But no. That Xbox thing's still annoying me. Sorry. Vox says PC is what I use. I've used PlayStation. I have the PC version as well. Oh, that was what I was going to bring up. I hope that they announced the Dawn Trail expansion for when Xbox leaves beta, because otherwise I feel bad for Xbox players.
Yeah, if they for some reason include a gap between, that's not going to be a great PR move.
Because that way they'll have to buy Endwalker. And then, like, a month later, they'll have to buy Dawn Trail. They have to, if they're going to, because they're releasing the Xbox version now, they have to have the pre-orders for Dawn Trail available after the beta ends, so that the Xbox players don't have to purchase the game twice. Like, I know technically we had to purchase the game twice, but we had 2 years between having to purchase it. We don't have to buy it like in March and then April.
And then in June.
Yeah, like. So I really hope they announce the pre-orders of Dawn Trail, and they include all the expansions like they normally do. Normally, you would get access to expansions when Dawn Trail comes out, but I hope they change that this time so that when you buy Dawn Trail, at least on Xbox, you'll have access to everything up to Endwalker. Of course, you won't have access to Dawn Trail because that's not out yet, but like have it so that if the Xbox players buy Dawn Trail, they'll have access to everything up to Endwalker. You can't wait to get your car next week. Nice, Foxy. So yeah.
What kind of car?
Well,
Most stupidest question today.
The 15 car. I'm gonna guess.
Is it a Volkswagen Golf? Is it a Ford? Is it
a
Mercedes?
Well, I'm gonna guess it's the 15 car.
So Mercedes.
By the way, I know it was earlier, but a big shout again to Mioni for raiding us during the podcast. Remember, if you don't follow Mioni, go follow Mioni. Mioni's doing a Eureka from the start currently over on twitch.tv/Mioni. So if you like Eureka,
and his YouTube as well.
Yeah,
and his YouTube as well. It's being co-streamed.
Yep, co-streamed on both. So make sure you go give the YouTube channel a subscription, go give the Twitch a follow, and go check out the Eureka from the start. I think they're in Pagos. It's Pagos, right? The second one.
I haven't done Eureka yet, so I couldn't tell you.
I think it's Pagos they're in. It's the second of the 4 areas. Yep, Pagos. Yes, I remember it. Yay! It goes Pagos, Pyros, and then that other one. Oh, they're in Pyros now. Nice. They're in Pyros now. Nice. They made it to Pyros. Nice.
Don't block me, Voxcat. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you just said get my car next week. That could be anything. Okay. It's a broad statement. It's a broad statement.
Man, if
I get my car next week. Oh, nice. Oh, what kind of car you got? Oh, get anything nice? Are you upgrading? You got, get that extra baggage room. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's not a nice way to talk about your light party.
That's such a cute emote. So yeah, no, if you do Eureka, please go check out Mioni's streams. And even if you don't do Eureka, please go check out Mioni's streams. Mioni's a wonderful content creator. But back on topic, I guess. YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. Are you hyped for Dawn Trail now that you're back?
Yes.
Oh
my god, yes. 14? Finally having the first post Scion, as they're claiming, post Scion story. Really, it's going to be fun to explore something new, and it's honestly giving me a little bit of 10 vibes with the stark contrast between the what was it, Area 9, whatever it's called, and the general feel of the continent. So I'm getting a little bit of Xanarkin versus the rest of Final Fantasy X vibes coming from that.
I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, with the Machina and stuff from 10.
I was just sitting there, it's like, and I give this judgment to Chili. Chili's probably played 10.
To be fair, though, I like 10, but I don't like 10 as much as most people. See, everyone seems to love 10, and I thought it was okay. Now, 10-2 was the best one, in my opinion. 10
and also, I do tend to enjoy dual wielders in my games, and Viper has me hyped.
Look, Paul, there's someone that's hyped for Viper.
Hey, mods, can we get that person banned?
I mean, he's
some bands going.
He's here right now. So, no. And two people are excited for Viper. By the way, Tovius, I do hope that the collector's edition of Dawn Trail does include a Zidane style weapon. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. Like a level 1 skin for Viper should be a Zidane weapon, in my opinion, for the collector's edition. For anyone else, thoughts on that?
Zidane's the monkey, right?
Okay,
sure?
maybe asking Paul wasn't the right call there.
Zidane's the monkey, right?
Yes, I do want to be the painter. I do indeed want to be the painter. I'm excited for that.
I wanted a fucking pirate class, but they gave me a shitty dual wielding class.
Also, it's going to be a year at least, but finally a second limited job.
Yeah, Beastmaster.
Oh, at least a year. Probably a year and a half. Probably.
Probably when we're coming up for the next expansion, probably.
Look, but there will come a point when we don't have to have completely blue mage parties.
Yeah, that is true.
This time, in like 2 years, will be the start of Beastmaster, when we're waiting for the new expansion. They'll bring it out and be like, this is what they do.
It'll be 7.4, right? I think that it'll drop. I think, probably.
I don't know.
Like 7.4, 7.4, 7.45. It won't be 7.5. But yeah,
I don't think they'll wait till the last, major patch.
I think it'd be 7.6. I think.
So they're just gonna make a patch. They're gonna invent a patch for Beastmaster.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that. They probably won't.
But no, I
weapon is a twin blade.
Yeah. His weapons were like merged together and they split apart in the Dissidia games.
So
7.2 or 7.4, maybe.
I see Zidane and I think of the footballer. Zidane. So I'm going to put Final Fantasy 9? No, that's the monkey boy. Right?
We're talking about monkey boy, that's right? Zidane, that's 9.
Yeah. Zidane.
We're teaching Paul stuff. Greenleaf minute. We can steal that now. It's not like they're going to use it. I mean, they might. We're not going to steal it. They might come back. Who knows? Please come back.
I mean, are we thinking about ultimate weapon, the one with like 2 spiky spikes? Or are we talking like this today weapon? Kind of looks funky.
So, Shantyman, before we start wrapping things up, is there anything you would like to see in 14 now?
No, it's only been an hour. Wrap up that quick.
What are you hyped for when it comes to Dawn Trail as a returning player? What features would you like them to include?
Well, I mean, honestly, as it stands right now, they have probably the best card game in an MMO. I'm sorry, Tales of Tribute, you just take too long.
Fucking true, right?
They have the best, job system and crafting system in any MMO, in my opinion. The fact that you actually need a crafting rotation, I love that. Honestly, as long as they can keep iterating on the things that they're doing well, the story, I personally would like to see Summoner reworked a little bit to add some more complexity back, because it's kind of bare bones at the moment. I know they're not going to, but
it's brain dead. That's all we have to say. It is actually brain.
I mean, I was playing Summoner back when it was all dots, so yeah, it's...
Yeah, we all know that Square Enix hates dots. And soon, we're looking at you, Bard, because you're the only one that has, 2 fucking dots. Be careful, they're coming for you. They're coming.
Well, I mean, a couple of the monk things do add dots, too, so monks be careful, too.
Yeah. Come today, all dots is gone.
I don't think we'll lose dots, but I think we're more likely to lose positionals.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a trend with the bosses all being omnidirectional anyway.
And with massive circles, like mass off circles. You don't understand how massive some of them are in the end game. Like, they're the arena, basically, aren't they, Paul? There's It's not like ranged have a bonus anymore, because you could just stand in a different arena zone and you could probably hit one of the bosses in P12S. Like, I could be hitting it right now and I'm not even in it. Gwen says, I would like to welcome fuse skill binds like in PvP. That would be interesting. Buff debuff limit is crazy, and probably what? Yeah, the fact that they keep hitting the debuff limit on the enemies is why they don't want dots as much, because they were having problems with that.
It's like, I've actually been thinking, I am looking forward to this expansion, but I'm looking forward to the next expansion after that. Why? Because I want a stat. I'm ready for the next stat squish.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know about that. Having just been through 2 in the past 5 years or so, and WoW, the math gets funky real quick when the stat squishes come in.
But
I think the idea of it squishing
numbers.
I think the idea of them squishing it from level 100 to level 60 would be good for this game, because there's so many skills now that you get near the higher levels that makes the lower level dungeons feel really boring. Fantasy 14 has had a squish in the past, but it wasn't a level squish, it was a damage squish. They lowered all the numbers in a was it Stormblood where they lowered all the things, or was it Shadowbringers? They have
Stormblood.
had
It had to have been Stormblood because I don't remember that.
Dr. Disher said Endworker.
Oh no, it wasn't Endwalker because it was way before then. It was like when Samurai was coming out. Well, Samurai Dancer, it could have been Shadowbringer.
You know what? I'm going to Google it. When did Fantasy 14 have its stat squish?
FF14 stat.
Shadowbringers, maybe? Or is it explaining the Endwalker stat squish? Maybe there was one in Endwalker.
Well, no, we got rid of thingy, didn't we? We got rid of belts. That was like a wee like stat squish, right?
Patch 6.0 introduced measures to control the inflation of in-game values. So 6.0. So yeah, Endwalker.
Yeah, I forgot about belts until I logged back in on my NA character and had a white oak belt coffer that I couldn't do anything with.
We're currently talking about stat squishes, Fox, where they lower the damage you do. And healing and stuff like that.
I thought they did before that as well. They did a little like squish.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like,
done before.
My samurai would not do big numbers, or my dancer not do big numbers. I won't see big numbers.
But no, I feel because
to be fair, big numbers do give that nice dopamine hit, so I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Yoshi Pete mentioned in an interview that he wasn't a huge fan of hitting level 100 because of the whole fantasy, history of hitting 99. So that's why there's talks of a possible squish of levels. That I'm guessing down to 60, which would be, in my opinion, a good idea and a bad idea. Bad idea would be, numbers go down and people like big numbers. But the good idea, in my opinion, about it is the fact that means some of the higher level skills that you have access to, and some of the AoE moves that you might have access to now. But the only issue with doing this would then screw up ultimates. That would really, 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 really screw up ultimate fights. Because they're designed around 60, 70, 80, and 90, right?
Yeah, but they can kind of they just have to redesign it. Well, not redesign it, but they'll just have to bring it all down to the same level at that point.
I guess all the ultimates just go to 60.
Yeah.
The problem with that is, and I can attest to this as a WoW player, is it will take multiple patches of tuning to get it right.
Yeah.
It took 4 or 5 patches to get everything figured out after the Shadowlands stat and level squish. So it's
and you
very
have the
tricky.
Benefit. You have both the benefit and the negative effect of having the fact that you have a public test build before it goes live. So you can test
even with that, it took them multiple patches. Even with that, it took them multiple patches to get it right.
Versus 14, where it's just it's live now. Enjoy. Which, again, it has its benefits of the fact that means that people can't, try and learn the fights before they're officially out. Or data mine fights before they're officially out. But, again, and then...
Or data mine story before it's officially out, because that's the big issue for the lore creator side of WoW. Once they started encrypting, the cinematics and all that stuff, community got a good deal less toxic, if I recall correctly.
And no, Voxy, we'll never see a second ring slot removed. In fact, we're more likely to see everything else removed, replaced with ring slots, because of how much Yoshi P likes wearing rings in real life.
Ring.
We're more likely just having 5 ring accessories instead of 2. The earring will be replaced by a ring, which I guess is technically a ring, but still... your bracelet will be replaced by a ring, and your necklace will also be replaced by a ring. So, sorry. Carry on, Shantyman.
No, I was just about to say, and the necklace replaced with a ring. One specifically for the thumb.
Yeah, he wears a lot of rings. Although I was just going to joke saying, I guess a necklace is just a ring for your neck. But everything is just oddly shaped rings.
Oddly shaped ring. The bracelet's the same ring for your brace.
I know this was we're going to call this Shantybringers, but now I just kind of want to name the podcast Oddly Shaped Rings.
Oddly Shaped Rings.
I mean, I'm good with either.
I would like them to. Let's see. That's why I wouldn't mind a stat squish down to like 60 or 70. Something where we can then keep going with 10 because I want them to sort out the
problem with that is sorting out the levels for like how far does ARR go? Does that stop at 25, 30? So if anything, I'd see them doing it down to 50, so everything's a nice even 5 levels. But again, I don't know. I'm not a designer.
Because I'd like to. Because honestly, we kind of just need a remake of Arrival, not like story wise, but more class wise.
You mean actually standardizing when classes get AoE and their big heals? Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. It's more like it's very boring.
There's no reason that a healer should have to wait till level 45 before they get an AoE.
Yeah. I mean, I remember being a white mage and getting really pissed off because you used to not have Asuna until over like level 44. And scholars had the AoE Asuna, so they could Asuna the poison in Bravelocks. But as a white mage, you had no way to get rid of the poison in Bravelocks because, you didn't have Asuna.
Yeah, Tiberius, like that is the exact same thing. I want them to kind of like revamp the leveling system when it comes to like, oh, you have all these skills, so you don't get like bloat, because there are a lot of classes that have just bloat, like just mindless bloat. And I'm like, I just think they just need to sort it out a bit and bring Stone Skin back for White Mage, because I like Stone Skin.
I mean, if you got another stat squish, I think Stone Skin can come back. But the issue I feel like the reason why Stone Skin got removed was because we were getting such huge HP numbers that the amount of damage it would protect would be crazy. Like 100k health and it's 10%. That's 10,000 Stone Skin.
Yep, and if you were a paladin, you could cross class it. It was like 5%.
Yeah,
and it was great. It was just another cooldown for you.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, that's why it got removed. Because they would have to keep nerfing the percentages of how much Stone Skin gave you to make sure it was balanced. And I don't think if we had Stone Skin now, it'd be fun if you're like, Stone Skin, White Mage, potency, 0.5%. Because that's what it'd be by now, probably. Protect them, Stone Skin removed and moved to Eureka. You still have them in Eureka.
You know, where they actually aren't overpowered.
Yeah.
Why would I want
and where you're
to
having fun anyway, so.
Not fun, terrible. It's not.
Well, Shantyman, thank you for joining us today. I know we don't really do interviews on this podcast, but I feel like we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for joining
what
us.
features from other MMOs would you like to...
Oh, yeah. What features before we wrap? What would you like to see included that you bring over?
Honestly, I kind of like it where it's at. Like I was saying earlier, the card game is my preferred card game because of the speed of it. Crafting Gathering is already best in genre, in my opinion. So it's hard to pick something that another game has that I'd want, except maybe like and I don't know how they'd work this with the way the mounts work, but the dragon riding, or I forget what it's called because it's originally from Guild Wars 2. But that flight system where you can actively speed up, slow down, and all that kind of stuff, maybe something like that. But I can't think of much of anything else that I'd take from another game and put in 14.
I have one.
Oh?
Antiquities from ESO. That shit I was addicted to.
Okay, that's a fair shout. I could see that.
Like, I know we got like treasure maps, but bring antiquities into something where I should give you something to do in the outer world, hands down, I'd be addicted to that. Put like cool mount to it. Put like cool like craft. You can only get like certain crafting materials from that, stuff like that. Hands down, best game. 10 out of 10. This game would be 10.
Oh, and
I just want Chocobo Racing expanded. That's all I want. Let me have more Chocobo Racing.
And maybe a pirate or a corsair class. But
that too.
That goes with my name.
Yeah, that's why the game's a solid 8.5.
Would you try 11 for Corsair if you haven't played it before?
If I could defeat the download boss.
Yeah, because 11 has a Corsair job. It's also gambling. It has gambling as well with Corsair. Like Corsair was was the gambling job in 11, if I'm rightly. But no, thank you for joining us. I heard you might be coming back to streaming soon, and if you are, can you give us like deets and stuff like that?
I actually will be a week from this Saturday, so that'd be March 2nd, I think. Yes, March 2nd, 9 a.m. Central Time. That would be 3 p.m. GMT. At twitch.tv/ShantyMangaming. And if you want to find me on social medias, you can find me on Blue Sky and Twitter at Shantymangaming.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. We hope to do more stuff like this in the future because although we love 14, the content is a little dead. So we're hoping to get more people on that we can chat about different things in the Final Fantasy 14 community. We have someone that talks about, does a lot of esports and PvP on the next episode. The episode to that is going to actually be a smash and pass with Wobsy. So we're hoping to do like a variety of different things that are Final Fantasy related, but not exactly Final Fantasy 14. Because as much as we love the game, we understand that it's a little bit dry right now. So we want to bring highlights to different parts of the community. And also, he really wants to do Smash and Pass after we joked about it.
What's that? Am I doing the list or are you doing the list?
I mean, we'll do the list together.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work on it up behind the scenes.
Okay. Just show us a bunch
and I'm sure Wobsy will also bring his own list. We'll have we'll be a list full episode, okay? And you should listen in.
A list full. Shut the fuck up.
You should all listen in. List. Yeah.
And also fuck Xbox
viewers, as I said. A list from Nikki and Honkai.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know any of the characters, so I could get into trouble for that.
It flows. I want to see it wiggle. Nikki's the one with like you see like everything shake. Like
that's the one with the bombs, right?
Yeah, that's what, okay. So I was trying to be like less like. That's the one with the asses, right? That's the one with the big bazungas, the big bunda.
So, Paul, where can they find you? Because I think you've been streaming on a certain other channel recently.
Yes. I don't know if I've got a list, but please bring all the animations. Fuck that game. Sorry, my brain went to bums. Thanks, Chili, for making me go into bums. Yeah, I've been streaming on my personal channel, Paul Bun. I've been playing a bunch of League of Legends, which is fun. I just got to a high rank, which is again very weird. But yeah, I've been having fun over there. I've been meeting new people. I've also been swaying them over to Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm also trying to push affiliate for that because why not? I think I've actually kind of hit the goals. I think the big one is the average viewer. I think that's the hardest one to get. The concurrent viewers. But I'll get there eventually. I'm just gonna keep playing, and now I've made a promise to people who do watch that channel that I now have to do YouTube videos of League of Legends, which is hard. Okay, it's not really hard. It's me playing a game, talking. It's a lot easier for League than it is for Final Fantasy. So, and I also stream on MGR during the weekend as well, all Final Fantasy and Skull and Bones, because we were Ubisoft partners, and Skull and Bones is great. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Roxy says MMOs for Fantasy 14 or Skull and Bones. I guess it would work on both. I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah,
I'm a controller player. I'm a controller player. So
I don't really use an MMO mouse. I used a keyboard, but MMO mouse could work. I don't see.
I used the MMO mouse for a little bit when I had my hand broken, remember, and it was okay. I don't know about for Skull and Bones, but I'm sure it'd work fine.
I mean, Skull and Bones, yeah, should work.
Yeah.
I used to get. I need to get the Kingpin.
But I am a controller player. But Skull and Bones doesn't need one. Yeah, but if you have small hands like me, maybe it's more convenient for you. You're thinking about buying one or the other. You think about either buying 14 or Skull and Bones, or you think about buying an MM mouse. I'm confused.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that is literally. Sorry, we did not get the fucking question. We did not read that question right. Do you get an MMO mouse for 14, or do you get Skull and Bones? I did not read that correctly.
Okay. Yeah, I read it. Sorry, that was my bad. I read it wrong as well.
I did not get that context initially either, so...
Okay. I personally would go with the MMO mouse for 14. If you play on mouse and keyboard, I would probably go with the MMO mouse for 14. You would probably find that more interesting. There is a Skull and Bones free trial, though, that I don't know if it's still available. We'll have to look it up. So if you want to give that a try and then see how that plays and how you enjoy it, and then once you use that, you can then decide on if you want to buy Skull and Bones or the mouse. Yeah, you get an 8 hours trial, so you can give that 8-hour trial of Skull and Bones and use that, because we can tell you what to buy, but that unless you personally want to, you have a go yourself. I would recommend Skull and Bones but
I'd try Skull and Bones.
It's all personal choice.
I would try that out first. If you like it, then buy it. If you don't, get your MMO mouse. If you play Final Fantasy more, I would get the MMO mouse. If you play Final Fantasy more, which I've seen you in Mioni's channel, so I definitely know that you do play Final Fantasy. So if I was you, if you play Final Fantasy 14 a lot, I would get the MMO one.
I would recommend the mouse, but there is the free trial if need be. So you could give the free trial a shot of Skull and Bones and then see how you feel and then use that to decide. Like, I don't want to say don't buy it, but just give it a try.
Or there's an ultimatum. You could get the MMO mouse and pay for the subscription to the Ubisoft Plus and play Skull and Bones like that, because it's a lot cheaper.
That is true. You could
and you get a bunch of other games with it. So
but remember to try the trial first. Do the trial first, no matter what. Just do the trial, and then if you enjoy Skull and Bones, but you feel like you need the mouse, then I would recommend the gaming mouse. But you can use the money to then subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, and then use that to play all the other games, including Assassin's Creed, The Crew, Ghost Recons. I think I've been with me any all days for Eureka. So I would say the mouse is looking like the better purchase for you.
No, I've got. Oh, my sub ends today for my own channel. No, I can use my emotes.
So anyway, I will be streaming Fantasy VII from next week. From Thursday, I'll be streaming Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'll probably be doing the playthrough tomorrow of the demo, because I haven't done the demo just yet. So, well, I've done the first demo, but the new demo dropped and I haven't done that yet. So I'll be trying out the new demo tomorrow, which will be in the past by this time goes live on Podbean. Also, remember, you can go check out my playthrough of Sea of Stars, which is going to be added weekly onto YouTube. Also, you can check out my Grand Blue Fantasy Relink content, which is also being added weekly on our YouTube channel, over on Moogle Grand Radio on YouTube.
I'm also trying to do our Skull and Bones playthrough weekly. Yeah. I haven't got it as well as Chili can do it, but I'm getting there.
Yay!
Chili does doing this Chili does this very efficiently. I do not.
Yeah.
As soon as I end stream, I forget about all the streaming and I go to bed. Or I go do something else.
While I stream, I say I like every hour or so I confuse the stream, but I'm like, goodbye everyone. Bye. See you next week. And then I could take a small minute and then hi everyone.
Exactly. I love these emotes.
So anyway, check out, and I've got a load of stuff being done for Rebirth for the channel. So I really hope people enjoy all the stuff that I got commissioned. I know I've teased quite a few people different bits of it. Like, some people have seen some bits, some people have seen other bits, but I don't think many people have seen all of it. Some people,
I've seen most of it.
Yeah, you've seen but to be fair, you're my co-host. You really should. So anyway, thank you all, and I'll see. We'll
I
see
remember
you all
when Rebirth comes
weeks.
out, you guys won't see me at all.
Paul, you know what we forgot to say at the start, and what we'll end with.
We're back.
We're back. And we're back in 2 weeks. So thank you all. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Also, thank you for all the follows. Bye.